Welcome to the very first episode of the off-season files. So the reason I say the very first episode is because this is a new series that I'm creating because the content that I've been making on YouTube lately honestly has not been feeling the most aligned. I felt as though lately I've been very much just making content for the sake of it, trying to do like viral trends, what I eat in a day and, like best leg day to get jacked, how to lose 10 kilos. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that content is helpful and I think that is useful content, but it just wasn't something that I was really enjoying making. I also didn't really think it aligned a lot with my own branding and like me as a coach. Like, I don't really think that sort of content is what's going to help people build physiques, take their physiques to the next level, get jacked, all that sort of stuff. So I've decided to create a different series called the Off-Season Files and document my journey of my goal so that you guys can take inspiration from it. And I'm going to get into it in just a second. So just making meal one right now. At the moment, my meal one has changed a little bit. I have been told I need to be getting a little bit more potassium into my diet. So we've made some little tweaks to the meals just to cater for that goal. So potassium is a micronutrient that is super important, especially if you are, if you're someone who's like me, you're trying to build muscle, you're trying to put on size, and you're trying to manage health at the same time, these things will start to matter a lot more. Like, I remember there was a time where I really didn't give a fuck about potassium, sodium, any of that stuff. And then like now, I'm in a position where this stuff actually matters because we're putting on size at a rapid rate, we're using performance enhancing drugs, like all these sort of things that you do when you start delving into this side of bodybuilding and you're no longer natural, like these things start to matter a lot more. So yeah, got some more potassium, so we've thrown a banana in the oats, got some chocolate on there. We're just sitting down for meal one. So it's oats, 2 scoops of protein at the moment, square of chocolate, banana, and some honey, trying to make those adjustments for the current meals and the goals that we have. I'm gonna eat this, and then what I'll do is I'm gonna have these supplements. Alright, we're just heading for a walk. I'm going to catch up with a friend, grab a coffee, just on my casual Friday morning. The weather is not phenomenal. It is cold. It is now getting a lot colder in Australia, in Sydney. We are heading into winter. All my friends are going to Europe and I'm depressed that I'm not going. But anyway, that is not the point of this video. The video, I wanted to introduce the off-season files and why I'm deciding to create this series, and yeah, just a little bit about like why I thought like the content I was making wasn't really aligned with me anymore and why I wasn't like enjoying it. Like, similar to what I mentioned, I feel like what I eat in the days and the 2 quick tips to build your physique, it's just like, it's so clickbaity, it's so like, I just wasn't enjoying it. It didn't feel authentic, and one of my biggest values is authenticity. So if I'm gonna make content on YouTube, I'm gonna make it authentic. I'm gonna make it me. So I thought, what better fucking way to do that than to just create a series where I literally just document my own journey of trying to get to 110 kilos of pure muscle. But no, look, if you've been following me for a while, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on YouTube, you would know that, my goal is to be a bodybuilder. My goal is to be a competitive bodybuilder. Obviously competed in natural bodybuilding before, and that was awesome and I loved it, and now we're obviously looking to go to the other side, and do an IFBB show and whatnot. So to make that happen, I need to get a lot bigger. If I want to be competitive, obviously I could do it and just show up and maybe collect a medal, but we don't do anything half-assed over here. We do things because we want to excel in them. We want to be above the average person. So we're going to be doing it the right way, which means that we need to put on a lot of size. So currently we are at 87 kilos, which means that we need to get to 110 kilos to probably be anywhere somewhere that's competitive at that level. Because then obviously we're going to cut down and we're probably going to, chill around 90 kilos lean. So, there's a lot of work to do. But we actually just wrapped up the first official push. So kind of a bit counterintuitive here to call this off-season files, but I'm actually pulling back for the time being, reducing overall food, reducing, we're not really reducing training volume that much, to be honest, but reducing, PEDs, all that sort of stuff. So just pulling back for the moment. Now, you might be wondering, but it's like, Jackson, you're trying to get to 110. Why the fuck are you pulling back? What's the point in doing that when your goal is to get to 110? Well, there's multiple reasons for that. Number one is, we put on a lot of weight, 8 kilos in 12 weeks, which is a fuck ton of weight if you ask me. Some might say that's not, but, for a first official time, pushing food and PEDs, that's pretty decent. So yeah, that's reason number one. Number two is, I don't really want to be the person who waits for something bad to happen until they pull back. I'm very much the type of person who wants to be smart in this sport. So, everything was looking good, but I was kind of getting over the food and, pushing high volumes of food and, I was starting to feel uncomfortable, and the blood pressure was starting to creep up a little bit too. So my coach and I made the agreement, you know what, let's just pull some of the food back, let's do a mini cut, let's, drop 4 or 5 kilos, and then we'll go again. And then that's just gonna put us in a much better position so that we can essentially be in a healthier place so that we can keep pushing for longer periods of time. Where if you just keep burning the candle at both ends, waiting for something to snap, then you're setting yourself up to really, really fail, and you're probably not gonna be in this sport for a very, very long time. So yeah, so we're pulling back for the moment, probably be 8 weeks, call it a health phase mini cut. Essentially, gonna drop 4 or 5 kilos, feel a little bit better, get some of the appetite back as well, get some blood work done, make sure that's all good, make sure everything there is, ticking along away, which, can't see why it wouldn't be, haven't done anything crazy. Then once that's all good, we'll go again, we'll push again, probably aim for another 8 to 10 kilos. And then, just rinse and repeat, man. So yeah, look, I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how I'm training, I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how I'm eating. I'll do what I eat in a day and whatnot, but I feel like this will be a little bit more aligned, just because it's not just for clickbait, it's actually for something that I'm doing. And my goal as a coach and as an athlete is to, number one, inspire, but also lead by example. I'm a big believer that if you are someone who coaches physiques and physique coaching and bodybuilding, then you should lead by example. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So for what we're doing in terms of the actual calories itself, what the cardio looks like, steps, etc. So calories have been cut down to 2,700, up from 3,500. So quite a significant, cut in calories, which is totally fine. I was kind of over the food anyway, so pretty easy to eat that at the moment. And again, it's for 4 or 5 weeks, it's fuck all. So 2,700 calories. We got 30 minutes of cardio still, not much change there. 10K steps, and starting point on the physique, pretty decent. I think this is one of the best off-season pushes I've done in terms of staying lean and putting on weight. Usually in the past, I have really felt like I've just gotten fat, where this time I don't think I have. I think I've held it very well. So I'll document the mini cut, show you guys updates of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it with the mini cut, and then obviously we're gonna be documenting this whole fucking push phase all the way to 110, all the way up there. So take you along with my day today, exactly my training, that sort of stuff, eating, all that sort of stuff too. And yeah, enjoy the video, guys.
So we just got to the gym to around 1:30, done a bit of work today, done a podcast, whatever. Now, I'm really just going to use this series as a way for me to talk about what I do. I'm not really going to try and like I will educate based on what I'm doing and what I found has worked for me. I'm kind of overdoing the whole like optimal this. And if you're trying to build like this is that, it's like, this is just what I'm doing. If you like it, then do it. If not, then that's also fucking fine. If it doesn't match you, then don't. And that's so good. But I'm starting off with lateral raises now. I'm supposed to do dumbbell, but because of the carpal tunnel syndrome, I'm trying to reduce a lot of the grippy movements. So I'm using this machine because I don't have to grip it. I'm not using the handles. I'm just putting my arms out wide and then moving and doing the lateral raise movement. So still works pretty well. Still targets the the lateral delts the way we want to. And yeah, this is movement number 1. We've got 3 sets here and then we'll move on to the next one. Now, this movement in the past hasn't felt the greatest for me, but like the chest has come up a lot, and I find that the fly movements are really good. It's just that I have to not go super crazy on the weight on this, so I'll usually send my pec flies, my presses like a lot harder. This, I just pull it back a bit, really focus on getting that stretch, getting the big deep stretch in there. That's gonna what really trigger a lot of the hypertrophy here and stimulate the muscle the most. But like for me, I don't find a lot of value in just like going super heavy in a movement that in the past has made me not feel it as much, or not feel it, but not feel good. Like I felt my elbow, I felt my shoulder tweak a little bit. I'm just like, that is not a cost I'm willing to pay. So I'd rather just pull it back, get a good stretch, feel the movement properly, working the actual muscle and not feel my joints. So that's the things that I am willing to do, and then versus the things I'm not. So usually I'd go 15 here. I'm going to go 10 this time, maybe 12 and a half, see how it feels. But again, I'm going based on what is going to actually stimulate the muscle, not just annihilate it. Pulling that weight back, man, allows me to get that really deep stretch. I feel like I can fight through the rep a lot more as well, which for me is like way more important than just loading it up. Like the other week I loaded it up and it was like cutting the reps short and shit. And it's like you're losing the benefit of the exercise by doing that. So I'd rather just pull it back. Still got 15 reps, which is like, fine, you get a few extra reps, get a little bit more out of the exercise. For me, that's good. And for me, that's what's going to allow me to, throughout this journey of trying to get heavy and trying to get bigger, like have a lot of longevity, because I'm going to be training. That's how I train, right? So it's like, I'm not going to be trying to sacrifice a lot of my technique just for like a few extra kilos. It's like, if I'm going to add that few extra kilos, I'm going to do it fucking properly. Moving on to rear delt flies. So again, trying to not use dumbbells as much, even though like before using the incline fly and just doing the incline press, like I am gripping a little bit, but you'll probably say I am trying to loosen the grip a little bit, which is like the good use of the machines, which is why I'm just trying to stick to the machines at the moment. I also just really like how this feels. Like I have no real scientific evidence to say why I like this machine. It just feels fucking good. I feel like I can load it nicely, get a good stretch, get a lot of tension in that rear delt, which is not something I feel like with rear delts can feel the muscle a lot. Now, as a coach and as someone who trains as much as I do, with the goals that I have, my opinion on feel really changes a lot. Like I think you should definitely really feel something. But if you're set up in the correct position where the muscles are leveraged to work, then the muscle's going to work whether you feel it or not. But I think to a degree, you should definitely be feeling the muscles, at least them getting a pump and blood in the muscle. It's feedback. There's that that muscle is working the way it should. Now, if you never feel anything, then it's probably a technique problem, probably a load problem as well. So probably have a look at that. So I also like to do this with a little bit of a bent arm. Like I do find that based on feeling and just like overall where the tension's going, like I do think that having a slightly bent arm is beneficial because you're driving those elbows back. So you're shortening that rear delt a little bit more. So I really am a big fan of doing that, which is why probably also just because I can like lock into this, just let my hands rest there and then let the elbows do the guiding. It's what I found has worked best for me to get the most out of this exercise. A massive weakness for me has been my actual delts, mainly the lateral delts. Like front delts get a lot of work from all the pressing. And when I was trying to bring up my chest, like we did a lot of fucking pressing as well as flies. And you're going to get some front delts involved when you're doing that anyway. So the lat delts are still a little bit of a weakness. So we've got upright rows here. Upright rows, I have a love-hate relationship with this exercise because I know how much they benefit to my lateral delts. Like I'd just rather do lateral raises though. But that's fine. Like, you know, sometimes we've got to do shit we don't want to do for the goal, and that's totally okay. So we got 3 sets here, and then we got leg raises. Again, we're using the Versa grips just to like reduce the grips. We have found that like doing higher reps as well has been helpful because it's just like the overall load has been less. So try to aim for like 12 to 15 reps on everything. This is the first block of a program where I've had abs. Now, the only reason I've got abs in is because literally when I did my shows last year, I lacked a lot of ab development. Like it was very clear that just my abs weren't very developed compared to a lot of other people. It could just be a genetic thing. I don't think anyone necessarily, if you want to train abs because you enjoy it, like fuck me, go do it. But like I've never trained abs before that, and they didn't look bad. They were just like underdeveloped compared to the other people. And it's kind of, you could see a bit of a weakness in my physique, especially once like I carved up, they would get really washy and like almost like look like a ironing board, which we don't want. We want like full blockiness to the abs. So they've been trained this program, which I don't know if I've gotten stronger at. I don't know if they've improved. I can't really tell because I've been getting bigger. So it's like, you're not really going to see that until you cut. So who knows, maybe we'll see a bit of a difference this time we cut down. But yeah, it's been interesting training abs. It's not something I've really done before. And again, it's not been a lot. It's been like 2 sets today and 2 sets on another day. It's 4 sets total in a week of actually training abs. It's fuck all. But yeah, one more set and we're done. All right, so this is the physique update post upper body. Just starting the mini cut, end of the build. So hit a few poses, see how it looks. Not mad at it. Definitely think size has been added, obviously, but I'm hoping to, throughout this mini cut, obviously like the physique probably won't look as full and as like protruding just because it's a health phase, obviously taking out or going to a TRT dose, quote unquote. So it's not going to be as blasting full, but hoping to see like this bit of body fat come off, a little bit more body fat come off the arms. Like I feel like I carry a little body fat around the arms, probably around the lower back because, you know, most guys carry a lot of their body fat in the lower back. So yeah, that's a good starting point for the mini cut. All right guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video there. This is episode 1 of the off-season files. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're as excited as I am for this series, because I feel like for me, this is just something that's like more showing a journey, getting to be myself, show you exactly what I do. It's like, yeah, I follow principles and, you know, I'm a coach, but I genuinely just fucking love bodybuilding. I don't think I'm a professional. I don't think I'm the best. I genuinely just enjoy this sport and I like doing it. And I want to show others how cool it is as well. That's literally all it is. It's got nothing to do about, you know, being a fucking pro bodybuilder. It's like, yeah, I want to be competitive. I want to be good at the sport, but I just genuinely love the sport. I love doing it. I love teaching it. I love coaching it. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, please share and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in episode 2 of the Off-Season Files.